We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Darnay Holmes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. He goes 105 yards on the kick return. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
And we'll see a return here from the... And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Washington.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before it could even get started. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. You talk about this Giant defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Emmanuel Forbes up from the secondary to make the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Taylor. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Taylor on 3rd down, throws incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
That's taken on the 25. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's Howell. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Howell will throw it. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. They'll go play action. Howell. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Come on.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
You talk about this Washington defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Now 3rd down and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor.
That is caught.
Shedding the tackle that gives him some room.
Missed.
This will not go down. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 53 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Buffalo 18, 79 Broncos.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Gano for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
Dodges him at the 50.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's 1st down as he'll get this down to the 36.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
This time they'll throw it with Howell.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And the Giants are going to take over at their own 11
27-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down and 8.
They go play action with Taylor. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Taylor going to run the option right.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 21-0 our score after 1. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Taylor. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right.
That is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Here's Taylor. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And Gano is going to miss this one left. Oh, it's no good for Gano. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Throwing here, Howell.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Taylor.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the 1st half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Here we go, Shaq. 79.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Commanders.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Powell.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
6 yards. And it's third down.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Flushed out right.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd down, here's the option.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, it's Taylor.
Catch made by Slayton.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
10 more there and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Taylor. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here's Taylor to throw. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gano now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Score Giants 28, Commanders 0. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Needed 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a first down.
Washington first down.
Once more, Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8. They'll try the left side with Gibson. Powering forward, and he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after after a loss of 2. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor. His throw incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Gibson is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Howell throwing for it.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Commanders 6.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. This is taken at the 18. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
On the return, Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now Howell.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
127 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Faking the handoff. Howell. A short one there, caught by Granson.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
First down, Commanders.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Now a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the 16.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
Runs through the contact.
On this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled up.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Sam Howell
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer.
35. Commanders 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
77 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
70.
Now Taylor. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Cougar 19.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Giants.
Paris Campbell,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Is
Gano the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
42. Commanders 14. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
At their own 26.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Gibson again.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down, Washington.
And that's caught by the tight end, Granson.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And Hal will throw it.
At the 47-yard line.
And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Viking 18. Go.
Up the middle with Barkley. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
111 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the new